Hey, what's going on? Welcome back for another gear review. And again, we're here today with a product. Now, listen, this company makes a lot of cool products and they keep sending me this new stuff and the new updated things that they're working on. I know, it's from GVM yet again. And I think GVM is really stepping it up in terms of their quality, as well as they're kind of matching what you're gonna get out of the higher end products coming in from Aperture or something like that. So without further ado, today we're looking at the GVM PR150D. Now they also make this thing in RGB, so that's the 150R, but this is the 150D. If you guys are wondering, I ditched my mic today for this little guy right here, so I'll make a review video of that for you guys. I'll put that here when it's ready, but for now I'm making that video. This thing's pretty cool. I don't know if you already noticed, but I'm already utilizing this light as it is right now. This light is actually sitting here in front of me, and it's a small little guy, but in a big package. Let me show you why. Because it comes with a softbox, but not just any softbox. It comes with a lantern. Check it out. If I actually spin this guy around, you can actually see this is a big old hefty fixture right here, and there's a lot of cool things associated with this light. First of all, this thing is app controlled. I can go ahead and come over here and turn it off, turn it back on, and adjust everything else I want here, from intensity. It gets real bright, to also, bring it down like down there. But also on top of that, I can switch the color balance to make it more maybe daylight, or maybe I want to go back to a really warm look. So it's up to you in what kind of lighting style you want, but it's a bicolor light, and bicolor meaning, the daylight and tungsten. That's why it's orange. Because we got this thing sitting at about 9%. Now, again, this thing gets mighty bright. Now I have other lights in my room here that are also GVM, and I control everything from my phone, which is really cool to be able to go ahead and, have this up in a grid or somewhere else and be able to modify it through my phone. You look at all these streamers and whatnot that are using the Elgato key lights and they're adjusting things inside their computers. You do the same thing, but just on your phone. So you connect, make this your key light of your stream or your computer desktop setup here, or your lighting on set. And then you just control it from your phone, and you don't have to do anything. You don't have to get up and manually adjust the settings and everything like that, because nobody wants to have to do that. But it's always good to have that as a fallback in case your app doesn't connect or something like that happens, or you're in the field and maybe you lose your phone. So what is a lantern? Well, basically it's this giant blimp of a thing here, and I'll actually rotate it behind me. I ended up putting a little cloth on here, and that's to really go ahead. I need to turn on another light. Hold on. With my handy dandy app here, and I go ahead and select my key light, and now I got myself my little GVM 680 RS, I think, key light that I got here. It's a little panel. I linked to that video here if you want to check it out. It's great. I have a little clip here, and that clip is to actually go ahead and put a t-shirt that I cut up, and I'm wrapping it around it, so it stops the light from spilling in all directions. Yeah, I literally just use a t-shirt as a source to block, the light from hitting where I don't want it to hit. So some stuff that's included, you get yourself a little little safety protector thing for the actual fixture itself when you take the lantern off. It also comes with a stand, so if you need a stand, it comes with one. You don't have to worry about, not having one to be able to put your light on. Now you're also gonna get, with the lantern here, you're gonna get a nice little sleeve to actually put it inside of, so you can actually fold this thing down. Check it out. So this is the lantern itself, and you can see it right here. It's a giant kind of blimp thing, and what's cool about it is it folds. And if you push down, it actually folds up into a nice little kind of tube thing. And now I can take this thing on the go whenever I need, and it's just kind of sitting here in this nice protected case. So the light fixture itself right here, pretty small, pretty lightweight. This thing doesn't weigh much. Not only that, this thing's got some nice cooling on the inside where it's not that loud. I can't hear that from right here. I can't hear it. I hear my computers more than I hear this light, and it's right next to my face. A lot of different flexibility in terms of the back here and all the analog options that you have at your disposal, rather than just sitting here and using the app. Now, a couple of different things that this thing has. If you guys know anything about GVM, they make a lot of different functionality within this thing, where you could turn this, now hear me out. This thing turns into a master or a slave in terms of connecting to other lights. So technically, I can connect this light to multiple of these lights or other lights and control them all by making one the master and the rest the slave. Or I can go ahead and switch this to app mode. I can go ahead and control it via my phone, or I can switch over here to rotate mode, and now I can go ahead and adjust this thing as I see fit. So everything can be analog if you needed to. But overall, this is a great light. I've been using it a lot on set and it's been wonderful, man. The fact that it's bicolor, the fact that I can go ahead and make this like a hair light or even my key light if I really need to is really nice. And the lantern that comes with it is so great. Not only that, but it has a Bowens mount on the front here. So if I really need to, I can put on other softboxes. I can put on anything that's the standard Bowens mount and everything's good to go. So just to quickly demonstrate some of the different options you have here in terms of the scenes, scenes meaning effects, you got a couple different things here. I have lightning, which is gonna be much like lightning. And then like in the past, we also have candle, which is going to turn this thing into kind of like a flickering candle mode kind of a thing. You brace your eyes here, but we have strobe, which is kind of cool. You can also set the color temperature of that to make it more daylight or more tungsten. And then you also got TV, and you got different kinds of brightness levels there, as well as a customized colorful scene, which I don't, this thing's not RGB, so it's not really going to work. Then you also got a bad bulb, so this thing's gonna be like it's turned on, and then all of a sudden it'll kind of just die on you almost. And you can set the color intensity of that, as well as the color temperature. So if I want this to be more blue, I can have it come on as blue. You also got explosion. Explosion is just more of like a pulsating and then it fades, pulsating and then it fades. So there's that. Then you also have fireworks, which is just kind of like a pulse, kind of like the same thing but in reverse. And then you also have paparazzi, which is more flickering in your eyeballs, so I apologize. Pretty cool, the fact that they have all this, control within an app. So if you guys ever need a little source of a key light or something like that, this thing's ready to go. My first big issue with this light, and it's the power brick. So this thing right here is cool. It's really beefy. It feels really strong and robust. I don't know why it's so beefy and heavy, but it feels really good. With that said, there's nowhere to mount this thing. I hate not being able to mount this thing somewhere to the fixture unit itself. And if you do have to like mount it to your stand, I wish there was like a little adapter. Give me like a little safety cable thing here so I can like hang it on the light stand. Because right now I'm literally using a little clip to go ahead and clip it, and then it hangs from a little pole up here. So you can't really see, but I mean technically I could just clip it right off to the side here, even though you can't really see it, but it's just kind of clipped here. So that's one option, but yeah, it's just like, I want something that I can just hang. I don't want to have a clip on hand just to be able to have this somewhere, and it's kind of annoying. Issue number 2 is actually the power connection of this cable to the light fixture itself. It feels kind of flimsy. It's a really thin little metal piece. You stick it in there, it just doesn't feel very robust. This little piece of, this little screw thing that you're screwing in, it's very, it feels very weak. And it's like sitting on top of rubber, so you're trying to screw it, and it's kind of like fighting you back a little bit. It's not the best, it's fine. It does the job. It keeps it secured to the light fixture itself, and I have to unscrew it and then pull the thing out, and there you go. Now it's like a little 3-pin cable thing here that then I can plug back in, and then I gotta sit here and I gotta, it just feels like I'm not getting the teeth in all the time. It's kind of irritating to sit here and screw this in, to be honest. But maybe the company should look into maybe some XLR kind of input style, something like Amaran or Aperture does, where there's just kind of like that little 3 or 4 pin plug-in. It locks in and it's secure. You don't want to sit there for, 30 seconds having to screw this thing in to then be ready to turn on the light. The actual lock on the side here is pretty nice. A big kind of thing that I dislike when people put teeth on the inside of these things. And even though you can't see it, this thing has like specific locking points where like right now it's loose, and if I go ahead and start to tighten it, I can hear the teeth grinding, and then it's locked into a position, and now I can't move it anymore because it's in the teeth mode. I kind of wish it was just a friction model like they do with some of their other lights. That's my only gripe. The lock, the power cable here where you plug in, and then also you can't really do anything with your power brick with your AC cable. Now, let's talk about the price. How much is this thing gonna run me? So if you want this whole setup, including the softbox and all that, well, it's gonna cost you $260. But there's like coupons right now for like a lot off. So you can get like $25 or $30 off. And they also have like the RGB version of this. This is the exact same thing, but with RGB. And it's like at the same price. So on some of the links I'll put down in the description below, I'm seeing this light go for $259 with a $25 coupon, or you can get yourself the RGB version, which is $240, and it even has a 30% coupon on top of that. So for around $210, you can get this light plus RGB on it for $210. softbox, all that good stuff. So go check it out, man. I'll put the links down below for you guys. Check out gvmled.com and see all their other items and stuff on there. So if you just wanted the softbox, something like that, you can buy that too. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. GVM coming out with this cool stuff. Thank you very much, man. I might actually replace my key light here with this guy. Just a nice source of soft light. Anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.